You are the real counselors to your children. I'm the real counselor to my child. We have to become their best friends. And that's the next thing that's changed in the world. You know, parents and children had a very organic, natural relationship in the old world. In the new world, dad is at work most of the day. And he comes home tired. By the time he comes home, most of the time children are already asleep. And by the time he goes to work, a lot of times dad leaves to work before kids even wake up. And if he doesn't leave home before kids wake up, he sees them for maybe 5 minutes while they're having breakfast, and he goes and they go. So basically for 5 out of 7 days in a week, parents and father and children have no conversation with each other. If any conversation, did you do your homework? Okay, now get me some water. That's it. You know, for a lot of you, the only role you have to your children, you're like the wall in the house. It's always there, but you don't talk to it. It's always, you need it. It's there, we know it's important, it's paying the bills. Other than that, I have no relationship with it. You know what happens to parents like that? You will find the consequences of that the moment they become teenagers. But when Allah Azza wa Jal talks about children learning Islam in the Qur'an, there's very few times Allah talks about children learning, children receiving advice. But whenever He talks about it, it's from the parents. Listen to that again. Whenever Allah talks about children getting guidance in the Qur'an, it's always from parents. And within the parents, it's always from the father. Because the mother is always there. The mother doesn't have to do extra work to be there for the child all the time, and to care for him all the time, and to give him advice all the time. You don't have to give moms training on how to be a mom. It comes naturally. Allah put that inside them. Fathers, however, are horrible. We have to go through training to become real fathers. It doesn't come naturally to us. Just because you had a baby, when a mother has a baby, her feelings, her emotions, everything changes immediately. Changes. A father is like, 3-4 days go by, friends say, hey, heard you had a baby. Yeah man, it hasn't hit me yet. Allah Azza wa Jalla talks about the people of the book. He says, وَلَوْ أَقَامُوا التَّوْرَاةَ وَالْإِنْجِيلَ لَأَكَلُوا مِنْ فَوْقِهِمْ وَمِنْ تَحْتِ أَرْجُلِهِمْ. If they only established the Tawrat and the Injil, they would have eaten from above and below. Their dunya would have become Jannah. If they only established Tawrat and Injil. What is Allah saying to us then? If we only establish what? Qur'an. You will eat from above and below. Allah will make dunya into Jannah. Just come back to His book. This is the real advice to parents. The memory we leave our children with. My dad loved video games. My dad loved movies. But more than anything else, he loved Qur'an. He really liked basketball, but he loved Qur'an. Qur'an he really, really loved. And he made sure he wanted us to love it too. He used to tell us stories from it. He used to give us advice from it. Tell your children the amazing stories from the Qur'an. And you won't be able to tell them if you yourself are not amazed by them. If you're not in awe of the story itself, you won't be able to impress your children. But man, from early childhood, you, not anybody else, you tell the stories from the Qur'an. You will have to do it. I was teaching one of my daughters the story of Yusuf alayhi salam the other day, and I didn't finish the story. She's been asking me 4 days about what happened. Okay, he got thrown into jail. Then what happened? I can't tell you. I'll tell you later. And she's been asking me. I'll tell her on the way back. I'll tell her today, inshallah. What happened after he got thrown into jail? But we have to make and create an interest into our children. And the stories are so beautiful. They're so remarkable. Especially when you tell them from the Qur'an's point of view. They're so beautifully put together. May Allah Azza wa Jal make us a people of Qur'an and instill that, give us the ability to instill that into our children.